You better get on your workout gear because this is a follow along warm up for before you hit the gym. This is a pre-workout warm up, not a pre-skate warm up. So this is what you would do before you get into your lift in the gym. I do have a pre-skate warm up for you and I'll give you that link at the end. But in the meantime, go grab a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, a foam roller, whatever you got. That's all you need to do this follow along warm up. You're gonna start with your lacrosse ball, your tennis ball, whatever it is. You're gonna start with that on your glutes. And we're gonna do 30 seconds on each side. So we'll just get right on that meaty part of your glutes, kind of working from your bum crack outward, out towards your hip joint. Take your time. If you find a trigger point, then just hang out on it. Chill. Let it melt away, and then keep hunting for that next spot. Think of it as a nice deep massage, not too quick. 30 seconds on each side. And even lean back and get all the way up into that upper glute. Then we're gonna get this lacrosse ball on our TFL. So we're gonna get right here on this side. We're gonna find that bony prominence. It's called our greater trochanter. We're gonna come forward about an inch and up about an inch. And there's sort of a soft spot there. Put it right on that. And we're just gonna tack it down for 30 seconds. It doesn't feel the best. Make sure you're staying off that bony prominence. You don't want to get on there. And we'll switch sides. And you can hunt around a little bit to sort of find, an area that feels, oh yeah, that's a little more tender, oh yeah, that's got it, and then just hang out on that. But you're not gonna really roll around on it. From there, you're gonna go up to your lats, which is basically the back border of your armpit. So up in here. So put that ball down, my arm goes over my head, and then I'm gonna get just on that back border, not way up on my upper arm, really going from my armpit down. And same deal, if I find a trigger point, well, there's one. I'm just gonna tack it down, relax, until it feels not so painful, for lack of a better word. Don't worry, there's more where that came from. And switch to the other side. After completing the self-myofascial release, you're gonna get into your cat and camel. So starting just at your tailbone, trying to curl under, vertebra by vertebra. Come on, you get down here and do it too. Just follow along. And we're gonna round all the way up, tucking our chin down. Now starting from our tailbone again. We're curling up, so going into extension, vertebra by vertebra,
to our cervical vertebra, looking up.
Starting back at the tailbone. Curling in. Coming back.
Keeping those shoulders protracted, so not letting our shoulders come up around our ears.
And then just one more. And each one gets a little bit quicker, a little bit quicker. Then you're gonna sit back on your heels. So just like this, sit right back on your heels. Take your hand to your ear, go elbow to elbow, rotate up and away. Again, stay strong in this shoulder. Don't let this shoulder sag. 2, and we're just gonna do 3 on each side. Switch sides, hand to ear, rotate up 1, back down, a little pause at the top, 2, back down, and 3. We can do these next exercises either walking the length of the floor or stationary. If I show them walking the length of the floor, somebody's gonna think, oh, I can't possibly do that because I have no room, you know, at my gym. So I'm gonna do it stationary just to show you how it works just the same. We're gonna start with a quad stretch and overhead reach. So really reach this arm straight up to the ceiling. Don't be lazy with it. The reason we do it is to lengthen that chain. And then bring your heel to your bum and tuck your bum underneath to feel a really nice stretch there. And we're gonna do 3 each side. And it's just a short hold, just enough to tuck your bum under and feel a good stretch in the front of your thigh. So that's 2 each, and this is 3 each. Then we're gonna do a hamstring stretch. So my heel's just out in front, this leg is straight. I'm hinging at my hips. I'm not rounding my back, I'm not reaching. And then I'm just reaching overhead. So you'll feel how that changes the stretch in the entire chain. When I'm here, I feel like, okay, I feel a stretch in my hamstring. But when I bring my arms overhead and get those lats and that connective tissue involved, it really changes it. Just make sure you're not rounding your back. And that's 3 on each side. This next one is a little bit tricky. You're gonna step down, come back, then push off, cross over, and side bend. And I'll feel a little stretch in my lateral hip or my lateral thigh. It's kind of a little IT band TFL stretch. Down, back, cross over, side bend, away. Don't think about it too much or you'll kind of trip yourself up. Key thing to remember is the leg that is crossing over goes in front. We'll do 1 more to each side. So 3 to each side. Good, and then we'll finish it up with 3 reps on each side of the world's greatest stretch. You'll start by stepping back, keeping this knee straight, dropping that elbow to your instep. Then your hand comes to the outside. You'll come up just as far as you comfortably can to feel a nice hamstring calf stretch. Then shorten up a little bit and tuck your hips underneath to feel a nice stretch in the front of your thigh. Keep this back knee straight. Try to make yourself long from your heel to the top of your head in this first position. Really sink those hips down. 1 more on each side. When you get in that hip flexor stretch at the very end, make sure you're tucking your bum underneath you. I'm feeling a little stretch in here. Give this dynamic warm-up a try before your next lift, or maybe you already do a dynamic warm-up. Tell me your experience with it. Tell me how it improves the quality of your lift. And maybe you learned 1 or 2 new things that you want to test out with yours in this workout. Either way, drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts or, what really works great for you in the gym. I designed this pre-workout warm-up to be for a full body split. If you were doing, or a full body workout, if you were doing an upper lower split, then on my upper body days, I might do a little bit, spend a little bit more time working on my upper body for warm-up. I know you're gonna ask, could you stretch your pecs? Could you foam roll your pecs? Could you lacrosse ball your pecs? Could you, yes, we could do a million things. My purpose here was to keep it pretty concise so that you actually are gonna do it. What I find in my experience is when the warm-up gets too long, athletes skip it altogether. If I can keep it fairly short and concise, then there's a good chance they'll do it on a consistent basis. If you're looking for a pre-skate warm-up, so what warm-up should I do before I put on my gear off the ice that will help me feel ready from the second the puck drops, either in practice or in games? I've got that for you. I've done that for you already. You can get it right here. And it makes a huge difference. So few goalies, I would say about 10% or less of the goalies I work with do a pre-skate warm-up or a proper pre-skate warm-up before they start working with me. This is one of the first things that we add in. And if you're in the game-winning goalie formula, make sure you go and download it from our bonus resources area. But from the second they try it, it's like, wow, that made a huge difference. And you don't even realize until you try. So go check that video out and give it a whirl. Let me know how it goes. It'd be a great idea to save this video so that you can find it the next time you're at the gym and we can quickly go through it together. So if you look down where like the like button and everything is, there's 3 little dots. If you click on those 3 little dots, it'll give you an option to save it. So just save it to your favorites or whatever. And while you're down near the like button, it's a good idea to hit the like button. That's always a good idea. Just click, I'm clicking save, I'm clicking like, I'm clicking click subscribe. Click the bell. If you see a bell, click the bell. Why wouldn't you click a bell? That way you find out about new videos before anyone else. So that's kind of cool. As always, let me know how I can help you. Drop a comment below. Let me know what questions you have. You can always DM me questions on Instagram at Goalie Training. I answer each and every one. Tell me below what topics you'd like to see me make videos about. I want to make the videos that are helpful and important to you. And if enough of you ask, my mouth is having trouble today, people. If enough of you ask for it, I'm gonna make that video. So just drop a comment below and let me know. Next week, we've got a big gift guide with the holidays coming up, so you won't wanna miss that. I will catch you next week, same bad time, same bad channel. Somebody hit the doorbell. It was Paul, and then he just yelled sorry because he knew I was videoing.